Hello and welcome to Sama. My name is Yuval and today I'll be taking you through a short but very fiery core workout. This workout is meant to not only help you build that six-pack that we all want, but it would also help you build the strength and stability that's needed for your yoga practice, for if you're working towards the handstand, or if you just want to feel better in general. Now, we're going to get started today in a malasana. Now, core isn't just the muscles that are visible at the front of the body. I want you to imagine your core as a belt, muscles moving all around our midsection. We're going to start by just getting comfortable here, finding a soft little hip opener. Now, I want you to interlace your fingers behind your head. And then as you exhale, try to touch your elbows to the mat. As you inhale, lift your chest, open the elbows to the sides. Exhale, round, tapping the elbows to the floor. Inhale to lift. Exhale, round, 7 more times. Last inhale. As you exhale, release and lay down on your back. And then bring your legs up towards the ceiling. Lower back pressing down against the floor. Shoulders and arms are lifted. Inhale. Now as we exhale, lower the legs down. Finding our hollow body shape. Now, key here is to not let the lower back lift. Holding here. If you're an absolute savage, you might want to reach the arms up overhead. But today, I'll stick to this. Holding for another 10. 5, 3, 2, 1, inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, rock up into a little sitting position. Now we're going to work a little bit on some compression strength. So feel free to watch while I demo before joining me. You're going to cross your ankles. And then you're going to lift the hips off the floor and back down. In between, we're going to hold our boat pose Navasana, so find your boat. Knees can be bent or legs straight. Holding here. Last inhale, cross your legs like I showed you. As you exhale, lift the hips off the floor, sit them back down. Once again, finding boat pose. Cross the other leg in front, exhale, lift. Sit the hips down, boat pose, 3 more times. Exhale, cross the legs, lift the hips. And sit down. Twice more. Cross the legs, lift the hips. Last one. I don't know about you, but my core is starting to talk to me. Now bend the knees, lift, and try to swing through to your abdomen. Laying down. Joining me here, arms reaching out in front of the body, hands as wide as your shoulders, thumbs facing up. Now make sure your feet are touching the ground. And with your next inhale, lead with your hands and lift the arms and the chest up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, 8 more times. Last 5. Last inhale, and we hold for 10. 3, 2, exhale, lower, relax, enjoy. Now don't get too comfortable because we're moving straight on. Place your elbows down right below your shoulders. Forearms are parallel with each other. Feet hip-width distance apart. Inhale. As you exhale, lift your hips round the upper back. So we're coming into a forearm plank. Now, one option is to stay and hold here, or we can straighten the arms for an extended plank. Maybe make it even wider, walk your feet back, arms forward. And we're holding. For another 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now everyone come up to your hands and make your plank more narrow. So a normal plank, hands below the shoulders, but then walk your feet as wide as your mat. Now we're going to use our breath here. On an inhale, I want you to drop your hips. Now through the mouth or the nose, strong exhale. Shoot the hips up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Going for 10. Last 5. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Release your knees down. Forehead on the mat, hands by your heel. Relax the core. A few deep breaths here. I'm going to come back up to a seat. Cross your ankles. Extend the legs out in front. Now, especially for handstands and more advanced arm balancing drills, compression strength is really important. Compression is just a fancy way of saying folding in half. So that's what we're going to do. Hands by our knees. To make it easier, we can have our hands closer to our hips. Tent your hands, so come up to the fingertips, point the toes. Deep breath in. As you exhale, lift the legs towards the forehead, folding in half. We're going for 10. Last 3. 2. Last 1, and guess what? We're holding for 10. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Now we've been lifting our legs towards our face. So now we're going to do the opposite. Now you might want to use yoga blocks. You can come up to the fingertips or have your hands flat on the ground. Hands next to the hips. Point the toes, deep breath in. And as we exhale, lift the hips and bring your forehead towards the knees. Inhale down, exhale up. 8 more times. Last 1, and we hold for 10. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Once again, cross your legs. Close down the eyes. Slow your breath back down. Calming our nervous system back down. Finding a sense of relaxation. Slowly blink the eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me for this short core session. Do this one a couple times a week and watch your core strength skyrocket. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I wish you a great day ahead.